Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate,
Hey.
activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's
they
go.
say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's
they
go.
say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Sorry, lotion. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, long time no see, huh? Been forever. Like, haven't seen you guys in forever. So, I love you guys. Welcome back to my show. Now, I scheduled it to where I thought I was gonna be back. I was not back. So it was a little earlier than what I thought that was gonna be. That's just what that word. That's just what that word. But I'm here. I love you guys. Welcome back to my show. Oh my god. Guys. So I hope you get us to see. And there's a lot. Nah, and I'm a girl. I love you guys so much. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this. Let me put this. Okay, because yeah, he's trying to make a resurface, and I'm a girl. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this one first. Okay. So I love you guys. Welcome back to my show. Please hit the like. Absolutely. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay, that was the wrong button. Okay. That was the wrong button. Okay. And I'm a girl. So earlier I told you I would come back because I wanted to read the Lord, why is she up here? This one. See, I clicked the wrong one, y'all. I was like, she's such a little cutie. But that's what we was hooping and hollering about earlier. So Diddy has put up a trailer, okay? But before we get into that, breaking news, Diddy and Christian Combs, full lawsuit drops, okay? So Tyrone Blackburn, the attorney, has been very busy, okay? Not only is he handling Lil Rod's case, he is also handling this case with Grace, okay? A woman named Grace is suing Christian Combs, and I'm a girl, and we are here for it, okay? We do have the paperwork, and we're going to read that. We absolutely are. But before we do, we need to also get into Diddy's twins are on vacation with LeBron James's son. Okay. So Delilah and Jessie, the Combs twins, Kim Porter's daughters, are on a vacation right now with LeBron's son. Okay. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. But before we do, Diddy tries to resurface. Now look at this. Look at this, y'all. He putting up victory. All of that, as you see, the caption says "Bad Boy for Life." Okay, 43 minutes ago he dropped this. 43 minutes ago. Look, y'all. Look. Now I'm not gonna play the audio because I don't know how the copyright gonna go on that, and I'm a girl. But guys, look at him, y'all. Look, putting out trailers. Look, he said talking about some year 3000 too. Wow. Look at all of this Illuminati. Look at all this, y'all. Look. So y'all know what he doing. Elite. Y'all know he trying to let all y'all secrets out. This is old. This ain't what Diddy look like now. Part of these clips are fused from back in the day or AI or something like that. But y'all look at here. Y'all see the signs in this video. He trying to let the elite know I'm telling all y'all secrets. I'm letting everybody trailer so people think it's well, all of that back in the day. So this isn't anything new. Okay. So I don't want people to think that he just went and recorded this stuff while all of these allegations. But I think it's him basically saying that he foresaw this. If you pay attention to this video, is that most abusers are like this anyway. They make the victims, again, just like we were listening to earlier with Nancy Grace, with the doctor that was speaking. They like to make victims feel as if they've done something wrong, that the victims are actually the bad in his mind, that he did not do it. So you can't be accountable for something. Hollywood's who's, hoes at that time. So it just made sense. No different with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Oh, yeah. And I'm a girl. And I'm a girl. The breaking news is the lawsuit dropped today. Okay. Let's get into LeBron James' son. So LeBron James' son, and I'm a girl. Bryce. What? Okay. Bryce hangs out with Diddy's twin daughters as music mogul is in mogul investigated. LeBron James' 16-year-old son spent time on an apparent getaway with 17-year-old twin daughters of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, whose Los Angeles and Miami residences were raided by the feds last month amid a possible connection with an ongoing ex-African probe. Bryce James and pal Boogie Johnson can be seen dancing in the water during a Turks and Caicos trip, according to social media's video that also features Delilah and Jessie Combs. Bryce, who is the youngest of the youngest son of the Lakers superstar, has a close friendship with Delilah and Jessie, as the group attended a homecoming dance together in October. And I'm a girl. So this is Bryce. And this is Diddy kids. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that they can't go on vacation, but I would say that this is a little weird. Again, I hear rumblings that Diddy is moving, that he's staying in the homes as of right now. Because too many eyes on him. So if he literally, because he has plenty of homes, none of these homes are in his name. Okay, like one. I think the one in, I think the Star Mansion is under Diddy's name, but the one in California is the Humbly Hills one that got raided there, where Justin and Christian were. I believe that's the one of their names, Delilah or Jesse. I believe it's in one of their names. And he's in the process of moving, but I don't think he wants people to know his location. So since he has so many eyes on him, I think he's letting people think that he still is staying at the Star Mansion home. Because notice, even with TMZ stalking ours, when they stalking him, they say that he's close to the Star Mansion residence. It doesn't mean that that's where he is. When the Star Mansion was raided, the only person that was there was Stevie J. He was the only one. So at this point in time, that's Stevie crib. At this point, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Over 1,500 people in the building. Please hit the like. So yeah, at this point, it's Stevie J's crib because nobody has been there. I think that Diddy is at either a hotel or like a B&B location close to Star Mansion. I don't believe that he is there. I think with the house being stripped and what all the surveillance is and all of that stuff, I think he kind of like freaked out by being there. So I don't think that he is staying at that home. I don't think he trusts it. And if you pay attention to the raid, let me pull that up real quick. If you pay attention to the raid, because Misa, Justin Combs' mom, she provided more on the raid. So let me pull her up. Okay, yeah, we don't care that she posted that. Misa, like, get over it, girl. Eat your heart out, girl. Did she take it down? No, right here. So with this footage of the police coming in to Diddy's homes, if you pay attention when some of them are walking past, they turn the cameras. Okay. The Homeland Security remove the cameras from their face. Like, watch this as they're approaching. Watch. Now you see this officer? He's going to move the camera. Okay. Now, with them putting the camera down and stuff like that, you do not get to surveillance them. Okay. So if Justin and Christian weren't detained, they wouldn't have been able to sit there with their phones and record what's going on. No, that is a raid. That's why the police always have body cams. That's the only thing that is allowed to record, to make sure that everything that is happening is legal. But you don't get to record. So a police officer is not obstructing justice or damaging property or none of that stuff by simply just turning the camera down. No, you don't have the right to watch them and record them. You don't. Okay. That's not fishy. That's not fishy. Like it's not to me, because they would do that with anybody because the cameras are obvious. It's not like they're getting up on chairs, ripping things. That's obvious. I mean, the camera's obvious. So with the camera being, right there, of course, they're going to, push it out of the way. So when Misa putting this up, to me, this does not explain anything. I don't, but trying to make it seem like, oh, they went overboard. Justin and Christian were both detained. Neither one of them were hurt. Neither one of them. Justin didn't say nothing bad happened to him. Christian didn't say anything bad happened to them. Neither one of them was roughed up or anything. We saw them even on the cameras that were on the, what do you call those things? The drones and the helicopter cams and the cameras that was on Diddy's property. Nothing happened to them. No one did anything. So I really don't get what that's why I tell Misa, like, girl, shut the up, because nothing happened to them. It doesn't matter that they came with force due to the allegations, weapons being out, mules, all of this other stuff. And I'm my girl. Why wasn't Stevie arrested? Stevie wasn't arrested because they weren't coming to arrest anyone. It was a raid on getting information. That's all it was. A raid on getting information. They weren't coming to arrest anybody. So if Stevie J wasn't breaking the law in the process of them coming, he wouldn't have had to worry about getting arrested. No different than Diddy. If Diddy was there, he wouldn't have gotten arrested. Justin and Christian were only detained because everyone is detained during a raid. Everyone. Now, they usually don't do it to children, but teenage or up, you're getting detained. You're getting detained 100% until they're done doing whatever they're doing. They don't want anything hidden, anything, any surprises. They don't want none of that. You running or grabbing a weapon or, so for their safety and for your safety, you're just detained. Now, if they would have found something super duper incriminating, like them in the process of breaking the law, and they could prove that it was one of them, then yeah, they would have been arrested. Why wasn't he detained? Stevie was detained. He was. He definitely was. If he was there, he was detained. Yeah, because I wouldn't have seen. Why would he have not have been detained? I understand why Diddy wasn't detained, because that was at an airport. There was no reason to detain him at that time, because they weren't coming to the airport on like a raid or anything like that. So there would have been no reason to detain him there in a public place and whatnot. There's no reason to detain Diddy there, or anybody that was with Diddy. Brendan only got arrested because he was in the process of breaking the law. He had Uggs on his possession, so that's why they arrested him. 100%. But if he didn't have any Uggs on him, Brendan, he wouldn't have got arrested. He wouldn't have. They wanted to talk to Diddy. That was it. They talked to him and they let him go because that wasn't what they were coming to do. There wasn't an indictment or anything done. It was just, yeah. The Russian said, wait, we didn't even know he was detained on camera. Fishy. Well, where? Because this footage right here is from the California home, I believe. Isn't this from the California home? I think this is the California home where the boys were, the losers, Christian and Justin. I don't think this was the Los Angeles or the Miami home, the Star Mansion. I don't think this was. Yeah, I don't think this was. Yeah, I think this was the one in Cali. Yeah, I believe. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, this doesn't prove anything. With all of this stuff going on, I wouldn't want my kids, like, with delight in them being with LeBron's son, Bryce. I mean, I guess it's fine, but I don't know. I would want my kids real close because at any point in time, they could arrest Diddy. This is how you know he is a narcissist. In his mind, he ain't going nowhere. In Diddy mind, he not getting arrested. He feel like his money will get him out of it. He definitely said, yeah. So this is the house in California where the losers were, Justin and Christian. Now, I have not seen the surveillance of, I'm not even gonna say that, the raid cam. I have not seen the raid cam in Miami. This is the California. So I don't know how that went. We know Justin and them were detained. We saw them outside with their hands behind their back. I don't even think they had on cuffs. I think they just had on like zip ties. So yeah. Yeah. Do you believe what Suge said? Ray was to remove evidence on Powerful Men. I believe it was both. I believe it was to get rid of information on certain people that they don't want pinpointed. And I believe that it was to make sure they have enough information and evidence to pinpoint Diddy, because they're only raiding when they're ready. A raid means we got you. A raid means we need to get this, put it with this, because we got you. You're going away. You're going to the slammer type of situation. So yeah, I guess I would want my kids close to me. I wouldn't want them on vacation. I very so much would not. And if they were, they would need to be on vacation with me, because I would be super protective over my children. Absolutely would be. So let's finish the Nancy Grace part, okay? Because we were pretty much almost done with that number, Carl. And then we will move on to the breaking news with this lawsuit. We're going to read the lawsuits. They absolutely are.
Of course, there's alleged blackmail. So we will likely hear many more stories, but it just depends if these people are willing to come forward when it matters most.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy. Going crazy.
You were saying as a young boy, Justin Bieber with Combs. That is from Combs' YouTube channel. What would be a 15-year-old boy's dream that he's talking about? I'm not sure I want to know that right now. But I want to focus on what we're hearing. Kayla Brantley joining us from dailymail.com. In the last 48 hours, 50 has gone crazy on social media. Why?
So 50 Cent's ex, Daphne Joy, they share a 12-year-old son together. She was named in the Little Rod lawsuit as a sex worker for Diddy. And 50 Cent, they are not on good terms. He has been trolling Diddy since this began. And now he's come out hitting out against his ex, Daphne Joy, which she has completely denied. So now even more players are getting involved.
I'm just wondering, Nima Romani, all the people that say they're not willing to speak out. For instance, the one backup singer who says she doesn't want to talk about it. Not that I blame her. But these are people that are going to get called to grand jury because they're out there. They're putting it on social media. That's low-hanging fruit for the feds.
It absolutely is low-hanging fruit. And here's the thing, too. This is definitely going to trial. Okay, Lil Rod is not settling. He has had multiple opportunities to settle. Diddy's team has been contacting his lawyer like crazy, Tyrone, and even Lil Rod, Rodney, and even contacting him. Rodney is not settling. It would have been settled already. As you see, Diddy and Cassie settled within 24 hours. This could have been over. Rod is not settling. He is not. He is a woman scorned. Rodney is a woman scorned. Look at here.
Oh, there's no question they're going to get grand jury subpoenas. And whether they want to or not, they're going to have to testify. So obviously, if you're a prosecutor, you want to be sensitive to a victim of sex abuse. And to the extent that you don't need them, maybe you don't put them in front of a trial jury. But a grand jury is a secret proceeding, meeting with prosecutors. Those meetings happen behind closed doors. So that's going to happen whether the victim wants to or not.
You know, a lot of people rail Nima Romani against, quote, secret grand jury proceedings. There's nothing at all unconstitutional about a secret grand jury proceeding. Hearsay is allowed in grand jury proceedings. As you just correctly pointed out, hearsay is not allowed in front of a petit jury, which is a jury of 12 or a smaller petite jury. And the rules of evidence come into play. They're not in play at a grand jury. So what happens at the grand jury may remain secret forever, although at some point the defense has access to the grand jury transcript so they can see who, what, where, why, when occurred in the grand jury proceedings. I want you to now listen to Uncle Luke on We in Miami.
Did you party with Diddy a lot?
Oh, no, not really. I would go to the party and leave early. I don't know what goes on after hours, but
he wasn't trying to find out.
I wasn't trying to find out.
Does anybody on this panel believe that? What about it, Delatorre? There you've got Uncle Luke on We in Miami, who's partying.
Uncle Luke would have been better for him if he would have just said that, yeah, I've been to Diddy's parties. Because everybody at the party is not partaking in these things. That's be the thing. Just because you've been at a Diddy party does not mean that you are an awful person, that you were there doing illegal things with people on it. It does not mean that. There's been plenty of people that have went to his party, had a good time, and went home. That was it. Like, weren't spiked, didn't wake up in the bed, was strange. No, it does not mean that. It does not mean that you partake in those things. That's why I can respect people like Fabulous, and people like that don't necessarily like elaborate, but it's just like, I have seen some weird stuff. Like, yeah, stuff weird enough to make me not want to go back, or feel like that's not something that I'm willing to indulge in. Usher sitting on Howard Stern, stating that, I was there as a kid and it was a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of it, I don't know if I could partake in that. And what he didn't specify, but you can just assume the things that he was mentioning. So again, we all know that Diddy's parties are very suspect, and what happens after hours for the people that are down, and even for some that aren't, they know what happens too. They absolutely do. So it makes, in my opinion, it makes Uncle Luke, look guilty by saying, yeah, I've been to Diddy's parties, but I leave early. Well, you're excluding to say that that something happens later. So if you know that something happens later, what better teacher is experience? You've experienced it. Other than that, how do you know? How do you know? It's not a thing that you've heard, because if it was a thing that you've heard, then you wouldn't have went to the party at all, right, Uncle Luke? Right, Uncle Luke? Why go at all? If somebody told you that awful things are going on, that he's doing stuff with people that aren't of age, and people are taking Uggs unbeknownst to them, and whatnot. If you notice stuff, why go? Why even go to the beginning? Why go to it at all? Yeah, it makes you look weird. It does. Are you gonna play?
Partying with Diddy and goes, well, I leave early and I go home and read a book. BS. Nobody left early. Did you see
Correct.
those party pictures?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's leaving.
Yeah,
That's what I call
it certainly
a
doesn't
witness.
look like
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's leaving early. Although I can kind of see sort of part of where this joke is, where it's an open secret, where they're starting to say, "Listen, I already know that this guy's a bad guy."
Correct, because this right here at 6 o'clock in the morning. These pictures right here is what you mean leave early? All the pictures y'all showing is demon time, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Want to be lumped in with all of this stuff, so I'm just going to keep my mouth closed. I'm going to keep my eyes closed. I'm not going to say anything, because in some instances there might be retribution to be paid if you started saying things out of turn.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not now, but certainly back then when Diddy still had some power and influence
and that's what he's losing right now, power and influence. This is what's making it easier for people to come forward. What really is going to take, this is how I know Diddy going to jail, right? Because what's really going to take his power is him going to jail. You go to jail, that means you ain't got no power. None. When Diddy pop out in the club in 1999, he ain't spent a day in jail. That's power. That's power. Okay? Now, he spent a couple hours in there while they got him bailed out. But other than that, he didn't spend a day in jail. He did not spend 24 hours in jail. That did not happen. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. Okay? That's power. For Natanya, not Tia Harper, sorry. I love her, the one who got pop out in the face, her. If she was completely ignored, coming forth since 1999, saying that Diddy pow-powed her in the face, that's power. No one did anything. No one. Imagine how you feel if you saw the person that pow-powed you in the face, right? You know he pow-powed you in the face. You told everybody that will listen that he pow-powed you in the face and nothing was done. How would you feel? How would you feel? You would have to feel minimal. You would have to feel less than. You would have to look at a person like Diddy not as a god, but God-like, because that's how he looks at it. You know, these people feel that they're untouchable. Yeah, I pow-powed you in the face. Oh, well. Well, I'm going to sue you. Okay, whatever. I got it. No big deal. Even settles to shut her up. Here, take this some money. Go on about your business. Go ahead. Go get a little nose job or whatever. Go away. This woman for years, over 20 years, since 1999, what is it, 23, 24 years? She's been saying this. Nothing done. Nothing. So he's losing his power. That power is null and void. That's why he's putting up trailers and shit, because he has no power. He has to go back to when he did, putting up things from the 90s and whatnot, to where he was untouchable, where he was felt invincible, because he's not that now. He's weak right now, but he's not going to let us know that. A narcissist is always going to want to win, always want to be held in the up high on the hierarchy. On the hierarchy, there's not going to be a admitting defeat. Look at R. Kelly. Even still to this day, he won't admit defeat. He can't be more defeated right now, but he is such a narcissist. He really feels innocent. We saw him on, if you didn't see the tape, you didn't, but if you did see the tape, you know that was R. Kelly with a young girl. You know that was, and you know that it was wrong. Not only that, this was being disputed everywhere. Okay. This young lady, this young black girl, because I promise you, if a white girl was on that tape, it wouldn't have got far. It would not have gotten far. Robert Sylvester made tapes with Caucasian girls. He did. They didn't make it anywhere. And young girls too, one that were not of age. It was two of them. In one tape that he had did one way, if you look at the evidence submitted to those tapes, there was a tape of him with two, around the time back then, of two little white girls. Nobody ever saw that tape. No, I didn't. I've never seen it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. But was shown everywhere. It was being sold in the street at newsstands. We were driving through Chicago at that point in time on our way back up north, and it was people selling them on newsstands. You could see the VHS tape with the 12 play album cover, but they used that as the tape. I was like, wow, and that's a young girl on there. People were selling it outside clear as day. Selling child porn on the street. Absolutely. It was on newsstands, like where people sell newspapers, like People magazine. You look, and same thing with Paris Hilton. When her tape came out, it was the same thing. Hers was just in plain view. You driving past with your kids, there go Paris. Spread eagle. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I was like, wow, this is awful. So the world got to see Sharonda be humiliated. It would not have happened if she, I promise you, that would not have happened. Okay. Believe that if you want to, but that would not have happened. So Diddy's power is gone, but he's too narcissistic to realize it.
Do these kinds of things. We see violence and shooting is not outside of Diddy's realm. So it's certainly possible that some of these people are saying this kind of stuff in order to keep themselves safe.
Delatorre, I don't know what you're saying. When Combs did have power and influence, he's got power and influence right now. He's estimated worth is over $1 billion. And everyone seemingly is afraid to speak out. You've got these lawsuits, which really crack the case wide open. But this is a guy who has an empire.
You see, that says net worth. Okay, a billionaire has more than $1 billion. Okay, so it says approximate net worth. Okay, now he got $1 billion in the bank. No.
Clothing line, a liquor line, founder of Bad Boy Records, millions and millions of dollars of property holdings. Although I read Keala Brantley this weekend, he is up to his neck in hot to over $100 million on all of his properties around the world. What do you know?
So dailymail.com revealed that he actually took out 8 mortgages for his 3 properties, one in Los Angeles, which was raided, and his 2 side-by-side mansions in Miami, which were also raided. Now he's owes over $140 million is what he took out, and he still owes $100 million on them.
I thought he was a billionaire. Billionaires take out mortgages? Billionaires take out mortgages on homes? I didn't know they did that. Most people that mortgage their home need the money. He has 8 mortgages. You're not gonna hear nothing about Jay-Z having a mortgage. You know, no, no, no. Him and Beyonce have a mansion worth over $100 million. It's a compound, and I think it's in California. All of it, because they own so many properties. Beyonce and Jay-Z, they own so many properties. So, but yeah, there's no mortgages. And people wonder, like, why do Diddy put houses in other people's names? Are you starting to get it now? Are you starting to get that now? You know, while they're in like Delilah's name and So looks can be very deceiving. Okay. So just because a person looks rich, are they? Okay. Now, Diddy has wealth. He does. I'm not saying he's poor. But at this point, I'll say it again, way more money coming out than is coming in. A lot of checks has been stopped. He stepped down from a lot of places. He's parted ways with a lot of companies. Okay, over 20 companies he's parted ways with since Cassie. And was already parting from 2 before Cassie. Okay, the dispensary project that he had purchased would have definitely pushed him over into the multi-billionaire realm. And also having the partnership with Diageo. Okay, he got an annual each year, and it no matter what, 60 million. That's when it was low. So the lowest he would get a year from Diageo was $60 million a year. That's gone. Okay. And he has other businesses that he had to bankrupt, you know, like Sean John and stuff like that. So I try to repurchase it again because he was right. He didn't have any. He's not bringing in any money. Like these people keep turning him down. Diageo gets rid of him. The dispensary company decides not to fully go through with the deal and part ways, so that he has to look for a different for other companies for dispensaries. They like, we not, which would have put him into the multi-billion-dollar neighborhood. But no, him owing banks $100 million, that's not a good look. No, rich people, I get it, gonna have rich problems, but you're giving Cassie upwards of $100 million, but you can't give it to the bank. Okay. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Over 1,600 people in the building list. Please try to get 1,000 likes during this live. Please, 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 please. Thank y'all so much for liking. As many as you have, you are definitely spoiling me. But if you could please keep hitting that like, I'd appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Them roughly, and these have to be paid out within the next few years, if not, from now until the next 10 years. And obviously now he's up to his neck in legal fees that he will be having to pay soon. So
which are not even paid, because a lot of these attorneys are going, and then he's fired attorneys too. So a lot of these attorneys that he has, legal fees get really, really, really expensive, and he's working with the best in the business. So you got these lawyers charging upwards of $50,000 to $100,000. Just for meetings that you're sitting down in. Okay, forget about the what do you call it? The retainer fees, which are large to retain these lawyers. Lawyer expenses get really expensive, and a lot of lawyers will literally stop working without payment. So they won't even continue to defend you until you know, well, look, we're gonna need you to pay at least this much, or get us, and it gets up there. It gets up there. Cardi B's attorneys alone, when her and Tasha K's lawsuit, she spent over $1 million, like what was like $1.3 million for that lawsuit. That was an expensive lawsuit. Like she spent about 1.3. Those attorneys are sharks that she got. So yeah, it's gonna get really bad, really bad, really bad. It's gonna get way worse before it gets better. I know that for a fact. It's going to get worse before it gets better.
$1 million is what he took out, and he still owes $100 million on them roughly. And these have to be paid out within the next few years, if not, from now until the next 10 years. And obviously now he's up to his neck in legal fees that he will be having to pay soon. So unclear what he's going to do about that, but he is allegedly a billionaire, but we'll see when the time comes.
A lot has been made about trafficking allegations in the last 48 hours. Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, seems to be unaffected. This is what I would do right now, Nima Rahmani, if I were prosecuting this case. If they haven't already done it, and I imagine that they have, I would get the hench person who is allegedly Moy Bond, the hench person and the drug mule. One of Combs's alleged drug mules. I would get the two of them, and I would get them in a room, not together, of course, and I would offer them a deal in order to get testimony and eyewitness accounts of anything and everything they could tell me. What about it, Nima? You're gonna have to have. I mean, Combs has already walked. He was acquitted on guns charges, right? He has tremendous popularity with the jury. You have to have eyewitness, credible eyewitness testimony to back up your evidence if you want to win this case. Corroboration.
Well, Nancy, that's exactly how you prosecute any criminal enterprise. You flip the lower level people and you work your way up the organization. And that graphic was there. And so we know the alleged drug mule, Paul, he has to safety valve, which means he has to proffer truthfully. Otherwise, he's looking at a mandatory minimum sentence. Obviously, Bond, if you're caught up in sex trafficking, a conspiracy to sex traffic minors or produce child pornography, you're looking at 10 or 15-year mandatory minimum sentences, and the only way he's going to get out from that is if he cooperates. So you're right, Nancy. Jurors love celebrities, and he's got a very good lawyer, Aaron Dyer. I used to work with him. He's a former AUSA, so he's not going to take any type of deal. So if you're going to prosecute this case as the feds, you got to make sure you flip all those other individuals and make them testify against your real target, and that's Sean Combs.
And that is why Diddy is keeping these people extremely close. Brendan, Ethiopia, everybody on this chart, this float chart, he is keeping as close as possible. He needs to, because it's important for the prosecutors to make sure that these people, or as many as they can, to flip against Diddy. Now, that's not going to be an easy task with somebody as powerful as Diddy. So that's why it's important to get him incarcerated, because if they can indict him, bring charges upon him, arrest him, it'll be a little easier, I think, for the people to, because what would you want to do? If you were afraid of Diddy, would you want to deal with him in jail with him? Or would you want to deal with him being incarcerated and you being free? I would rather be free and deal with Diddy than be incarcerated and deal with him, because people in prison have nothing to lose. What worse does it get? If Diddy gonna put a hit out on somebody while they're in jail, that's simple to do. Get a lifer to go, somebody that already has life, double life, triple life, never getting out in their life. Hey, I put $300 on I put $50 on your books if you gonna take him out. They ain't got nothing to lose. So it's no big deal to them. I ain't going nowhere, no way. So, and a lot of states don't have the death penalty. So you can pretty much take as many lives as you want. while incarcerated. Honestly. So I would rather be free and he be incarcerated because then you have more power. He has less power and you have more. Easier to disappear in the public, free. Hard to disappear in jail. They know where you are at all times. So it's hard to disappear in jail. Way easier to disappear out in real life, or out in reality. So I would rather be in the free world than be incarcerated with him. So, or be incarcerated and he be free. I wouldn't want to be in jail and he free and he mad at me because I testified against him. No. Mm-mm. I would rather be free. So I think the prosecutors are presenting certain people in this flow chart with the evidence that they have against them to get them to turn. They want them to be more afraid of them than Diddy. That's what prosecutors want. You need to be more afraid of me, him. You need to be scared of me. You need to be scared of what I can do to you, what I can make happen to you. I can truly ruin your life. Now, Diddy could, ruin a piece of it. I can literally ruin your shit, So it would be best that Diddy keep these people extremely close.
King Combs and Justin Combs were detained during the raids. And now King Combs is speaking out about his detainment and the sex assault scandal engulfing his father on Instagram, saying, "Stop with the cap," which is slang for quit lying. The post is apparently in response to allegations about his father, but the somewhat cryptic message might also be directed at Sean Combs' accusers.
I'll pick up with what the state can make of that in closing arguments. But now to Kayla Brantley, investigative reporter, joining us from dailymail.com. Kayla, we're talking about grand jury proceedings, which I believe have probably already taken place. But if they haven't, who is the single witness you believe the state will call to testify in front of a grand jury?
I think the best witness here would be Cassie. She was his girlfriend for
Cassie is Diddy's downfall. The jury would eat every word Cassie said. Cassie get on that stand, crying, talking about how he had her here and there and how he forced her to be with these men. And bye, Diddy. Bye, Diddy. See, this is why it gives you got rid of Kim Porter. Because Kim Porter was going to be Cassie. Kim Porter was doing what Cassie did. Again, Cassie is a great witness. But imagine it being Kim. Someone that knew him since the 90s. Cassie didn't even meet him to 2007. Kim Porter would have put him up under the jail. Up under the jail. And I can imagine what happened to that woman. Hearing some of the stories from other people, her nose being broken and all of that stuff by him. The next best thing is Cassie. Cassie is his worst nightmare at this point in time. Why do y'all think when he was on stage, what was it, last year, the year before, when you got Young Miami in the crowd with a Go Poppy sign and he on stage thanking Cassie for the dark time, for being there for him through his dark period in life. It's because of what she knows, and he did not know where she was. He did not know how to find her. He didn't know where she was. Mm-hmm. So he been knew about what Cassie was doing. He knew. It was no secret. He just couldn't control her anymore. So he was hoping that he could use, love bomb her and gaslight her and let her know, like, yeah, we went through a lot, but it's all good. No. Cassie, like, no, all that. You're going down. Okay. So Cassie is the perfect witness. The perfect witness. She is. She can take him down. Cassie is enough.
10 years with obvious intimate knowledge of how he works, all the ins and outs. They must have lived together. And she really was the catalyst that really set all of this out. Once she filed her lawsuit, it was then that 3 other women came forward, that Lil Rod came forward, who would also make an excellent, excellent witness. So if I had to pick one, I would say Cassie's the way to go.
Guys, it's Kayla Brantley joining us, investigative reporter, dailymail.com. Shannon Henry joining us, president and founder of Surviving Assault, Standing Strong. Weigh in, Shannon.
I also want people to understand that these people that are coming forward are so extremely brave. There is no promise on the return of their disclosure. They're risking everything, their reputation, their career, their assets, their sleep, their family, their friends. Everything hangs in the balance. And that I hope that when it does come down to that moment where these people are able to be heard and their voices are able to be listened to, that the things that often people use against survivors, things like drug and alcohol use, which is a coping mechanism, not necessarily a healthy one, but it is a coping mechanism.
Absolutely. And he got people on all type of stuff. Hold on, because we're gonna move on. Let's get into, because they just brought up Christian a little bit ago. So let's bring up Christian. Let's pull up Christian and I'm like, oh. Okay. And then we'll get into his lawsuit. So with Diddy coming forward, even if Lil Rod did settle, this indictment that they're preparing is criminal. So whether Lil Rod settles or not, it's over. As you see, Cassie settled, and they're already saying that she will be the star witness because it's criminal. It don't have anything to do with the lawsuit. That's over with. She has to talk. She would be a credible witness on the criminal activities because she's lived with him, all of that. So she knows the ins and outs. So either way it goes, this is about to turn criminal. An indictment is criminal. You're getting indicted. That's criminal. So he could settle right now, and this would still keep going. It's not stopping. This is why it would have been better for Diddy to get a settlement from Lil Rod in the beginning, because it could have buried some stuff, but it wouldn't have buried everything, because the more information that keeps coming out are criminal. So this is not good for Diddy at all whatsoever. Let's get into this. So Diddy, named as defendant in R-word suit against his son, matches details of previous $30 million SA action against Mogul. Just over a week ago, Sean Diddy Combs' son, Christian, was in cuffs as law enforcement in LA and Miami raided his ex-African accused father's homes. Now, the 26-year-old himself has been accused of SA by a steward on a luxury yacht the family rented in late 2022. And the elder Combs is once again a defendant too. Although defendant S. Combs was always typically on the yacht, his sons, defendant C. Combs and Justin Combs, were staying in a luxury villa nearby, but joined their father aboard the yacht most evenings. The jury seeking suit from Grace, is it Omarakai? I hope I'm saying that right. Filed late last night in LA Superior Court, says the boat off the coast of St. Martin. While the elder Combs isn't accused of SA in the Omarakai matter, he is viewed as aiding and abetting the situation. Okay, so instead of just reading this, we're just going to read the lawsuit because this is a entry from the lawsuit, and we can just read the whole thing. Okay, let's pull that up. Okay, Christian Combs lawsuit, breaking. So it was filed last night, and it became public today. So we all over it. We all over it. Okay, we is all over. Here go. I told y'all as soon as it came out, we was gonna come over here and read it. So here we go, my girl. Here we go. So here's the steward from the yacht, Grace. All right. So it says Rodney S. Diggs. Okay. Tyron S. Amon. Ivy McNeil, Watt, Purcell, and Diggs, a professional law corporation. Okay. So these are the attorneys. And then Tyrone, because he got multiple attorneys. Okay. And this was filed on the 4th. Okay, so I want y'all to see that. It say right up here, 4/04/2024, 9:37 p.m. So last night, okay, at almost 10 o'clock, this was submitted. Okay, and this is what we were waiting for. This is what that were. This is a separate suit. This is a new suit, and again, yesterday, as of yesterday, last night, okay, made public as of today. Okay, and okay, let me make this a little bigger. Okay, this is a separate suit from Lil Rod. So people were thinking that she was going to be a new entry in the Lil Rod lawsuit. No, she has her own lawsuit against Christian Combs and listed Diddy as a defendant. Okay, so he would have to defend himself in this case as well. All right, so let's get into it. Now it says Grace Omarkai, I hope I'm saying that right, versus Christian Combs, an individual. And then Sean Combs, an individual, and then John and Jane Doe. Okay. Now it says 1 through 10 and ABC corporations, 1 through 10, then defendants. Plaintiff Grace Armakai, I'm just gonna say Grace, by and through her attorney of record alleges as follows. Parties. Plaintiff Grace, okay, herein after the plaintiff, okay, is a European Caucasian female who worked as a stewardess in the yachting industry since 2018. Ooh, she gonna win, y'all. She what? Ooh, and I'm a girl. Grit. Y'all, she Caucasian, y'all. And I'm a girl. Plaintiff Grace is a Caucasian female who worked as a stewardess, okay? Now it says plaintiff's love of yachting started at an early age and was the foundation on which she had built her career, okay? So this is things about her. Though yachting, plaintiff has traveled the world, met many new friends and colleagues, and enjoyed a very successful career. Throughout her career, plaintiff has always worked well in teams and received high praises and great feedback from her managers and colleagues. Plaintiff also consistently received explanatory reviews from her clients for her excellent customer service, as well as glowing references over the past few years. Plaintiff has consistently, Lord, received promotions and has never been rejected from any position she has applied for. Prior to being SA'd by defendant Christian Combs, plaintiff planned to work the entirety of her career in hospitality and yachting industry. Unfortunately, those plans have been derailed due to the trauma plaintiff continues to have as a result of the assault. Okay, now here's a picture of Christian Combs, okay, the day he got arrested, was detained outside of the California Homely Hills home. Now, the plaintiff is stating that she was planning on having a career in yachting, you know, her whole life. Like, I was totally gonna like yacht my whole life, but like now I like can't. So that's what she's saying. She's like, like everything that you put me through is like I totally like, can't even be on like yachts anymore because like every time they say like yeah, it's just I think of him. I guess you did that to her. You did that to her. She said, not ever since a Christian done did this to her, she don't like boats. Okay? She don't want to be on no boats no more. She don't like the sea. Okay? She hates the Little Mermaid now. She can't watch SpongeBob. It is what it is. Okay? Christian, you did that to her. You did that to this poor girl. Okay? So she said, as a result, look at here, you know, I can't do boats anymore. Defendant Christian Combs is a 25-year-old auto-tuned and heavily edited rapper. Oh my God. It's the shade. It's the shade, Tyrone. Tyrone Blackburn said, look at here. Christian Combs is a 25-year-old auto-tuned and heavily edited rapper. Other than that, it's trash, just like his daddy. The D, the I, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the I, the Z is Diddy. And I'm a girl. He said he's trash. Look at here. Christian Combs is a trash arts rapper, and I'm a girl. Very so much. Very so much. He's trash. He is heavily auto-tuned, and I'm a girl. That's what it says. Look at here. Ho, ho, ho. I make a bigger. It say right here, right here. And I'm a girl. I highlight it for you. It say Defendant C. Combs is a 25-year-old auto-tuned and heavily edited rapper. That's what it said. That's what he said, and I'm a girl. He also said, unfortunately, as the saying has it, the apple does not fall far from the psychotic tree. Well, from the tree. I added psychotic. Yes, he said like father, like son. Mm-hmm. He said heavily auto-tuned and heavily edited. And I'm a girl. That's what he said. That's what that word. Diddy, your son can't rap. Defendant Sean Combs, Defendant S. Combs, that's what it says right there, who has also been accused of several acts of S.A. R-word and sexual violence and ugging, among other deplorable conduct, is the father of defendant Christian Combs, who has seemingly taken after his father and the family business of reckless partying, ugging others, sexual violence, and other illegal conduct. It is the shade of it all. It is the shade of it all. And I'm a girl. That's what they're saying. Specifically, Defendant C. Combs is the second child of billionaire Defendant S. Combs and his late ex-partner, Kim Porter. Upon information and belief, Defendant C. Combs resides in the city of Beverly Hills, California, and Los Angeles County, California. Defendant Sean Combs, right here go a picture of him. Yes, hold on, make a big little piece. Little piece. There we go. Look at that. And I'm a girl. Defendant Sean Combs is a rapper and record executive, popularly known by his stage names Puff Daddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, Diddy, Brother Love, or Gay. I've added that. Defendant S. Combs became famous in the early 1990s with his record label Bad Boy Records. He rose to prominence in the music and entertainment industry over the decades and is regularly revered as a hip-hop mogul and top rap/hip-hop producer in the industry. Upon information and belief, Defendant S. Combs resides in the city of Beverly Hills. We ever said that? During the relevant period, defendants John and Jane Doe, does 1-10, are currently unknown individuals and or employees who aided and or abetted in the commission of conduct complained of herein and or who either acted within the scope of their employment. So the Jane and John Does are the people that saw these things going on and saw them transpiring and did nothing about it. Okay, basically the complicit parties into what happened to her and her essay and her trauma. Okay, so that's what all of that means, and I'm a girl. As parties engage in discovery, plaintiff retains the right to amend the complaint to add these individuals' employees by name. So basically saying, the plaintiff, whenever they want to, they can amend this by adding more to the lawsuit if they want to state their government names, and stuff like that, instead of listing them as John and Jane Doe. Okay. During the relevant period, defendants, ABC Corp, 1 through 10 are currently unknown entities who employed plaintiff or aided and or abetted in the commission of conduct complained of herein. Okay, so basically saying, yeah, these are people that she complaining about. As the parties engage in discovery, plaintiff retains the right to amend the complaint to add these entities or individuals by name. The court has personal jurisdiction over the defendants under and consistent with the constitutional requirements of due process, in that the defendants acting directly or through their agents are apparent agents committed one or more of the following. Okay, so it say, look at here, this is what they did, this is these are some of the allegations. Okay, A, the transaction of any business within the state. B, the making of any contract within the state. Contract within the state. C, the commission of a torturous act within this district. And D, the ownership, use, or possession of any real estate in this state. Okay. Facts common to all causes of action. This is the time frame. In or around July 2022, Grace, the plaintiff, was working on Victorious, a super yacht built by Akyat, aka Yacht, whatever, and owned and operated by Fraser. Okay, so Fraser owned the yacht. A plaintiff worked as a temporary second stewardess for the company Iquam. Okay, so Iquam. Okay. Plaintiff worked in her temporary position for a month on Victorious, then was subsequently offered a permanent position due to her professionalism, passion for the job, and great customer service skills. So she was a temp worker, and I'm a girl. Now look at here, girl. I thought you said you wanted to do this your whole life. Why was you a temp worker? Look at here, Grace. Don't this up for us. Okay? Look at here. All right, now, girl, how was you a temp if you wanted to do this your whole life? Shouldn't you have went to school for hospitality and stuff like that, something like that? I mean, my girl, etiquette school, something. Okay, so you was a whole temp. And I'm a girl. Look at here, Grace. Get yours together. You and Tyrone. Now, look, we need to win this, girl. Now, we're counting on you. Now, we don't like Christian. Now, look at here. So, now she came on. She was an amazing temp. Because of her professionalism and all of that stuff, they offered her a permanent position and she took it. Okay, because she had good customer service skills. In or about September 2022, plaintiff had been a part of a dedicated team at the Monaco Boat Show, tasked with selling charters for Victorious to high net worth clients such as Christian Combs and Sean Combs. Okay, so this is how she got in the vicinity of these people, these blacks, and I'm a girl. But working for Victorious, which have high network clients because it's really expensive to rent their yacht in a McGraw. So in December 2022, plaintiff and her team were advised that the yacht had been successfully chartered for the 2022 holiday period. The plaintiff changed her personal holiday family plans to accommodate the charter service and flew to St. Martin to prepare the yacht for service. So she said her family and what they was doing with their plans, because they had called her and she was about to get this little piece of change. She was about to go over here and get this coin from Victorious, and I'm a girl, because Diddy had rented the yacht for the holiday season for him and his badass churn. And I'm a girl. And she went there and did it. Okay. So, she had plans with her family, oh my God. And she decided to cancel them because the yacht company, Victorious, called her and wanted her to come and work because they had, chartered it, somebody super rich chartered the boat, come get this coin. So she decided to come get this coin. Plaintiff soon learned that the client who chartered the yacht was defendant Sean Combs and his family. Defendant Sean Combs leased the yacht and had full control of the staff and premises of the yacht. So if Diddy had hired all of the staff and the staff pretty much belonged to him, was he aiding and abetting if his son wanted her? And I'm not talking about like actually, like I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if Christian wanted her to be at his beck and call the whole time he was there, basically she stand by his side, and when he say what he wants, she go get it, and she come stand right back there until she has to clock out. Isn't that normal? So if I take a liking to a staff that I hired, because the staff belongs to Diddy while he's charting the boat where he wants to go, where he wants to charter, that belongs to him, like the direction, wherever he tells the captain to go, the captain has to go. And then on top of that, the staff is there for Diddy and his family. So if Christian was like, you need to stay here, I want you to stay with me, I want you to do what I need, you're going to work for me while I'm on the boat. As long as Diddy verified that was her boss. Diddy is your boss. So if Diddy says, stay here and be at his beck and call, then you have to be at his beck and call. You do. That's what you're being paid to do. I'm going to be unbiased. Like, I'm not going to be biased. If I'm renting a yacht and there's a staff person, whether I think they're cute or I just take a liking to them, you're going to be in my beck and call until I leave. Like, if you don't like it, somebody getting fired, like, bye. But it does not mean that she deserves to be actually harassed or anything like that. No. All of that, no. None of that is, no. None of that is excusable. Nobody should have been touching on her body or anything like that. None of those things should have been happening. No. Not at all. No. So putting her in a hostile work environment to where you got people like, ooh, commenting on her body and, touching her legs, because she said that he was touching her leg and that he touched her buttocks, and whatnot. That is inappropriate. It should not be happening. And she should have been removed. Yeah, because she could sue her boss for allowing those things to happen. It doesn't mean because somebody hired your boat and hired our services, sex is not a service. It's not a part of the menu. They can request a lot of things, but that ain't one of them. No, it's not okay. So, but yeah, anything other than that, if they were just gross, they were gross. But they shouldn't have been like being gross towards her, like commenting on her body or anything like that. No. Offering her alcohol while she's working, none of that stuff should have been happening. No, that is harassment. It very so much is. 100%. But let's keep going. Let's keep reading now, my girl. So, okay, learned that it was him. Okay, defendant S. Combs leased the yacht and had full control of the staff and the premises of the yacht. Although plaintiff was used to working in discreet and VIP environments, this one was one of her first times working with an A-list celebrity. Because of this, plaintiff and the rest of the team assigned to the yacht were determined to make the holiday special for defendants S. Combs and his family. For the duration of the trip, plaintiff was assigned the 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift, along with one other crew member. This fucking watermark is annoying. Other crew members, this shift, commonly known as late shift, was very busy. So this is around demon time hours, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it would make sense to why not make sense because no one should have been offering her liquor. But now I guess I understand why they were offering her alcohol, because she had the late night shift, the overnight, if you will. Late night shift duties include dinner and drink service for the clients for the entire 12-hour period. Dinner and drink service had to be carried out with minimum staff support or backup during the night shifts, since only 2 individuals were assigned. So at that time, only 2 of them were working. Although defendants as Combs always typically on the yacht, was always typically on the yacht, his sons, defendant Christian Combs and Justin Combs, were staying in a luxury villa nearby, but joined their father aboard the yacht most evenings. So they weren't staying on the yacht. Diddy was. So it would make even more sense into why Christian shouldn't have been trying to call any shots, loser. Your dad is the one that's calling the shots. That's why I guess I get why she's saying that Diddy aided and abetted, because whatever Christian was requiring, I feel like he was co-signing it. That's what it's given right now, is that Diddy was co-signing Christian's harassing behavior that she's about to go through. He was basically like, give my son what he want type of situation. And they weren't staying on the yacht again. They're losers. So they were staying at a luxury villa that he was paying for that was nearby, and would chart the yacht, I guess, when he would come near that, I guess, the resort, I guess, or villa. So during the second week of the charter, there was a significant amount of partying and UGG use, which caused the guests to stay up throughout the night. So again, here's another person saying that there was a lot of Uggs and stuff. And I'm a girl, here go another witness. The makeup of the yacht quickly evolved from just defendants Sean Combs and his family to include a constant rotation of suspected ex-workers and other A-list celebrities, such as French Montana and actor Cuba Gooding Jr. So we all know that French Montana is a freak off. That's nothing surprising. No one is surprised by that. Nobody, buddy. No one is surprised by that. French Montana has been a freak off for quite some time. Even I feel like he was one of the people that slept with Cassie, 100%. According to the plaintiff, did I miss? Okay, I'm sorry. Defendant S. Combs turned what was sold as a wholesome family excursion into a sadistic environment. According to plaintiff, it's like, duh, I mean, it's Diddy. According to plaintiff, it resulted in an unexpected increase in workload for her and her colleagues, as well as unwanted exposure to unlawful UGG use, ex-work, and general chaos. It also created an extremely hazardous environment. For example, guests often demanded drink service until 6 a.m. Staff was often treated with disrespect. Suspected ex-workers were sprawled out unconscious about the yacht. And it was difficult to distinguish which bottles of alcohol were laced with Uggs and which bottles were not. Wow. So what this is giving is that Diddy was telling her which ones to separate. These bottles are the spiked bottles, so these go over here, and these are the ones that aren't. So at that point in time, Diddy had the staff, this woman included, Grace, offering people spiked beverages. And she said it was like a plethora of people coming in and out, like a revolving door. Every time you look up, it's new people we don't know if these are family members. We know we know which ones are ex-workers, because the majority of them are passed out places, unconscious, in areas of the boat. So we know which ones are them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So he even had them breaking the law. Like, wow, that is insane. That is insane. Plaintiff was aware that Rodney Jones, Mr. Jones, wait a minute. Did I skip a part? Oh, I didn't. Sorry. It is important to note that as a bartender, plaintiff understands the impact of alcohol and the likelihood that a person would not generally become intoxicated following one mixed drink. Because of this, plaintiff found it very suspicious that after one shot of De Leon tequila or one mixed drink, various women on the yacht would be falling over themselves, panicking or passing out. So one shot of De Leon had them sleep. One shot of De Leon had them panicking about, oh my God, like what's going on with me? Like, oh God, oh, I need to get out of here. Like one mixed drink, what had him? One. So as a bartender, you watch people because that's when you know how want to cut them off, right? So if you keep seeing these two girls, they came up, they got a drink, okay. They come up, they take some shot, okay. They come up, they get another drink, okay. They come back and they take some more shots, okay. Then by the time they come back that next time, if they're like, oh my God, can we get 2 shots? Woo! It's gonna be like, yeah, it's probably about time to cut y'all off. Yeah, okay, yeah, y'all probably about through. Yeah, look like y'all consent. Y'all not consenting at this point. Y'all leave here, whoever y'all leave with, it's just going down. Yeah, we gonna cut y'all off. So to give a girl one shot and she there, like, woo, yes, man, woo. You're gonna question that because it usually takes more. You have lightweight. One shot. No. You taking one shot and pass out, you're not a lightweight. You were drugged, is what that were. You have one mixed drink. Mm-mm. No. Something wrong with this. So I think that she knew, what she did, something up with this, which that's horrible to be a bartender and you realize that people are being drugged, but you have like nothing to do with it. It's just like, because you even looking at the bottles yourself, like, what is it that got them like that? Like, what the? Okay, I never drunk De Leon before, but damn. Type of situation. So yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. Okay. So various women on the yacht will be falling over themselves, panicking, passing out. This led plaintiff to reasonably believe that the alcohol given to these women was likely laced with Uggs. Plaintiff was aware that Rodney Jones, Mr. Jones, a producer who was employed to work on the Love album Off the Grid, was required to be on standby for musical recordings, often late into the night. The Love album Off the Grid is the 5th studio album. Yeah, we don't care. Mr. Jones was accepted as an extended member of the service staff and spent time with plaintiff at the service bar and piano room, where he played piano. On or about the early morning of December 28, 2022, the evening shift started as normal. At about 5 a.m., plaintiff was messaged on the on-duty phone that defendant Christian Combs would be joining the yacht by tender, a smaller craft that runs back and forth from a larger yacht and is used for servicing and providing support and entertainment to a private or charter yacht. So it's basically like a little boat cab that brings the people back and forth from the villa to the yacht out into the water. Defendant Christian Combs wanted to be brought over to Victorious to record in the yacht's makeshift recording studio with Mr. Jones. Although it was not unheard of for defendant Christian Combs to come aboard at such a late hour, he usually stayed at his dwelling offshore overnight, particularly when there was no party on board on any given night. So basically, he only came over there to freak off, basically. He only came over there to, if they wasn't, ugging women and stuff and smashing, he stayed at the villa. Defendant Christian Combs arrived in the tender and was heavily intoxicated. Plaintiffs suspect Christian Combs was intoxicated with a mixture of narcotics and alcohol. Upon entering the recording studio, and narcotic does not mean green, it's giving like prescription, something like that. No, something else. Okay. Yeah. So that's what that was. Upon entering the studio, defendant Christian Combs immediately started ordering that tequila shots be poured from a bottle of alcohol. He may be brought onto the yacht. Ironically, defendant Christian Combs was playing Cassie's Me and You, was playing in the background. Cassie was an artist under Sean Combs and was the former love interest who also accused F. Combs of serious sexual and mental abuse. In the studio, defendant Christian Combs asked the plaintiff to bring the shots to the recording studio Sundeck, and plaintiff obliged as she was only serving steward at the time. Plaintiff noticed immediately that he was particularly attentive with her, which she considered very inappropriate. Okay, so she said he was being gross. However, plaintiff began to become concerned when he insisted that she take shots of tequila he may have brought on board the yacht. So again, she should not have been being offered alcohol or any of that. That is very inappropriate. She is staff. None of that should have been going on. Gross. But it was probably because there wasn't no ex-workers on the yacht. So he was just like, hell, I'm gonna take you. So, okay, let's go. Okay. Under pressure and wanting to be polite, plaintiff obliged. Okay. So since she felt pressured, she took the shot. To the head. But she said, because she was the bartender. So if you was a bartender and you seen that there was alcohol being spiked and all of this stuff, why would you drink anything coming from these people? Why? Why would you trust anything coming from these people? I wouldn't. I wouldn't have drank nothing. That's confusing. I mean, I get if it was somebody that was handing you something that wasn't spiked, and it's like, a little shot, ain't gonna do nothing. Like, you'll be fine. But if you've seen women taking shots the day prior, and you see how they were acting after, why would you even consider it? Why even consider it? You already know what's up. You already know what's up. So why even consider it? It's giving you like what you saw. Did you think Christian is cute? Because, I mean, he's handsome. Christian is a handsome guy. You told him not to touch your butt. You told him not to touch your leg. Why wasn't you being polite then? So it should have been the same thing with the alcohol. You should have said no. I don't understand why you didn't say no. Because you see, he didn't touch you from what the lawsuit is stating. He didn't touch you before the shot, because at this point in time, he has not touched you yet. He hasn't touched you. He gave you the alcohol so he could. That's why you should have said no. But let's keep going. I just find that weird. I just find that a little weird. No, I get, but you can't be that intimidated if your no is no, right? So if she wanted to say no, she had the perfect excuse. I'm working. Oh, I can't. I I would if I could. You know what I'm saying? I really would, but I can't. I got a job. This job is everything to me. Like I can't. She had the perfect excuse. She was literally working. So she could have easily said no, and it would have been understandable. She had the perfect excuse. She's working. She's working. She could have said no easily. It was a drink. That's easy to say no to. Just like if they was handing her a UGG, it would have been easy to say no to that too. It would have been easy. Now, she could have at least gave them the point because she can't say that she was intimidated or even feeling pressured within that moment because he only asked once. If she would have said, oh, no, I'm working, and he would have been like, oh, come on. Now that's pressure. That I would get her feeling intimidated. I would get that. But he asked the question, and he was intoxicated. So it would have been easy to brush him off. Black don't mean criminal. Does not mean that. So it's like, oh my God, this is a black guy. There's other black guys here. Like, I'm so intimidated right now for my life. So, like, she could have said no. So intimidated by what? Like, it's the simple question. Take the shot. No, I'm working. Oh, well, come on. No, I would if I could. Then if he would have kept going, now that's pressure. I would get feeling intimidated. But your staff, she's the one who's sitting here applauding herself on her professionalism and her hospitality, her communication skills. She the one who keep patting herself on the back about, all of these things, about how she's such this awesome staff. Well, did you get there by taking drinks from customers? Like, did you get there that way? No. Okay, so you should probably do what you kept doing. You should have kept doing that. Even more reason to not get fired, because she could get fired for taking that beverage. You want your first A-list celebrity to be your last one? You can make a lot of money on these boats. When these celebrities leave tips, and Diddy stayed for weeks. So the tip that he left, they all split that on top of them getting paid a wage. You can make a lot of money. They have TV shows based off of what they're doing off this yacht. What is it called? Something deck, below deck, or something. They literally have TV shows based off of what her job is. And those people make a lot of money. They make a cute coin. Even more reason to keep your job because you are working with A-listers. That's a different type of coin. They're leaving a tip. That's a different type of tip that they leaving. Those people aren't taking drinks from the people that they're working for. They're not doing none of that stuff. So we're not going to excuse her. It's nothing to excuse. She could have easily said no. You can't say someone's pressuring you if they ask you one question and you just do it. If I'm hanging with my friends, they smoke weed, I don't smoke weed. They say, hey, you want to hit this? I can say no. I can say I feel pressure because Denzel Washington is an A-list celebrity and he offered me a joint. How can I say no? Easy. N-O. I can't go and say, oh, he's harassing me. Because, no, he asked me a question. Her answer didn't have to be yes. You answer yes to them doing that, and then after that, oh my God, no, just take accountability for that. Be accountable. They offered you a drink. They offered you a shot after you said you've seen all of this crazy stuff happen. Because again, even more reason to say no if you saw you're the bartender. So you're basically handing these ex-workers and whatnot spiked drinks. handing them shots and seeing the reaction after they just took one shot. Why would even risk it? Why even risk your job to if you take this shot, you could be slumped over somewhere, not doing your job. How you doing your job? What is that going to be your excuse? Christian offered me a drink. It was spiked. I can't work the rest of my shift. Like, you think that job gonna hear that? No, they're going to expect the reason they hired her, the professionalism and all that other stuff that she has said. And she know what's up. Even more reason to say no to the drink. I think it was unbeknownst to her. She had no idea that they were spiked. They spiking something up. Okay, I would understand. She felt a little pressured. You know, the A-list celebrity's son is asking her to take a drink because Christian is not an A-list celebrity. Diddy is. Christian is not. He's not. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not at all. Yeah, and you don't have to explain that either, Island. Shout out to you, babe. You don't have to explain that Sean is not blaming, not at all. That it's not blaming anybody. You have to take accountability for that. It's different. Like, that's like me coming at the ex-workers being like, y'all know what was going on, da da da. No, some of them probably had no idea. How the are you the bartender handing these women spiked drinks, knowing that they're spiked drinks, seeing them fall out all over the goddamn place, and then they offer you some alcohol and you take it? But let's ignore that because she's a victim. What? No, we're not ignoring that. No. Why would you take drinks knowing what's up? It's different when you don't know. I would understand, you know. I get that. Because one shot ain't going to have you, you know, falling all over the place. But if you know that they're spiking these drinks, you know that one shot, that girl was over there slumped, this girl unconscious, this one freaking out, this one don't know what's wrong with her. Why would you risk it? I'm not risking that for nobody. I don't give a how famous someone is. Christian ain't famous. His daddy is. Girl, please. Yeah, he's not an A-lister. So at this point, do she even know before Lil Rodney told her, did she even know who the Christian was? Besides family, she the one who said there was so many people there. She couldn't determine who was family and who wasn't. Who was an ex-worker or who was, you know, the nanny or this, just chaos. Yeah. Ain't nobody blaming her for anything. I'm going to blame her for taking a drink that she could have said no to. Just like she could say yes, she could say no. Like, we're not going to force other people to be accountable for the things that she has to be accountable for. If they spike that drink, they're accountable for that. Her drinking it is her. That's on her. What that got to do with anybody else? No, she could have said no. She chose not to. So, okay, you know that these girls taking shots, they falling all over the place. You may be about to be falling all over the place. Does it mean people get to take advantage of you? Absolutely not. But at this point in time, if anything is in this drink, it's not spiked because you know what's up. It's spiked to somebody that don't know. So one of us would have got on the boat drinking and whatnot. We don't know. We don't know what's up. She's literally sitting here, a bartender, knowing this stuff spiked, and you still gonna drink it? I don't give a damn how old she is. She old enough to be bartending. So she old enough to know better. We're not gonna make people children. We're not gonna make them 12-year-olds. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep them grown. We absolutely are. We're gonna keep them adults. We're not gonna, you know, that's just what that word. We're gonna keep them grown. We absolutely are. Shout out to Tressa. Was he aggressive? Even asking just once. I do agree about knowing the drinking spike though. Now I mean, I guess we're about to see if he was aggressive, but that I can understand. You know, if somebody is being aggressive, her being a woman, and at this point in time, for what she's saying in the lawsuit, she was the only person working. She was the only steward. So I can get her completely feeling pressured if it was in an aggressive tone, or he wasn't asking, he was like telling, because it's the difference between asking someone to do something and telling them to, you know. So, you know, I guess we'll see. But if it was in a forceful tone, I guess that would change things a little bit. But I mean, she still knew what was up. I mean, I think even if you're not even in a mean tone, aggressive tone, you're not making me drink something and I know what I know about it. Like, I'm just not doing that. It's just not, I'm not, you know, I'm just not doing it. No, but we'll see. Under pressure, which was what she's saying, and wanting to be polite, the plaintiff obliged. Prior to this, the plaintiff witnessed defendant Sean Combs create a Black Santa video, which showed him demanding the captain, various head of the departments, and crew take a shot of tequila with him. As this was a pattern established by the captain of the yacht and defendant Sean Combs, plaintiff felt comfortable knowing that Mr. Jones was present and didn't think anything more of it. What does Rodney have to do with you being comfortable? Rodney is the producer. Rodney is not staff of Diddy's, right? Besides producing, right? You met Diddy the same time you met Lil Rod, because Lil Rod came on a boat with Diddy. What about Rod do you trust? You don't know him. Because he was nice? Because he wasn't like the other guys? What would make you feel comfortable? Now, I get you saying you felt comfortable taking a shot because Diddy had the whole boat taking shots. How did you guys feel after taking those shots? Did he have you guys take them so that you guys would be... So when certain things are going on, like when they're bringing allegedly underage people and stuff on the boat, you guys are all like in la la land, so you don't notice what's going on? Because it sounds like Diddy was forcing people to take shots, not that it was really their idea. To be hospitable and polite, they would agree. So that is her stating she felt comfortable taking a shot because other people were taking shots, and Diddy made it like, you know, a thing that all of the crew took a shot. So then do y'all as a crew feel forced, or was it just a you thing? Because it's given only her, because I didn't see nobody else on the crew suing. It's just her. So that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Let's keep going. As this was a pattern established by the captain of the yacht and Sean Combs, plaintiff felt comfortable knowing that Mr. Jones was present. That I'm confused by. And didn't think anything more of it. She felt that she should take one shot and he would let her return to the pantry. According to plaintiff, at this point, the mood changed and things became sinister. Defendant Christian Combs insisted that the plaintiff stay chatting and that she sit beside him. Plaintiff resisted and remained polite, asking to leave. Defendant Christian Combs became aggressive and insisted that the plaintiff take a further shot and sit beside him. Okay, now this is when I could see her, you know, because now this is different. You know, this isn't like, okay, you're not giving her an option at this point. You're kind of, you know, taking her consent away from her to where she feels just pressure to just do whatever you want her to do just so she can get away from you. Which is not cool at all whatsoever. Now, this is on Christian. This has nothing to do with her. At this point, defendant Christian Combs violently grabbed plaintiff's arm and began hurting her. He pulled plaintiff to the seat beside him and prevented her from getting up. Girl. Girl. And I was getting sticky. Plaintiff insisted that she had to return to the pantry, but her pleas fell on deaf ears. Angered defendant Christian Combs forced plaintiff to take another shot. Now look at here, Christian. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Because why you forcing this girl? Now, see, now the first shot, look at here. I got to be unbiased. Okay? She had an option. But now you're taking the option away from this woman. Okay? Forcing her to sit next to you. Forcing her to drink more alcohol. Okay? Grabbing on her. You're going to jail. Oh no. We don't play this. Oh no, we don't play these type of games. Oh no, girl. Oh no. Get him. Plaintiff was quite scared. I'm sure she was, and realized she was in a very dangerous situation. Plaintiff was also feeling the effect of the tequila shots and quickly suspected that the tequila was spiked. Girl, I told you not to take that first shot. Okay. Now the second shot ain't on you, baby. It's not on you, sweetheart. It's not. Okay. But you knew what that were. Now look at here. If she said that Diddy made it a thing for everybody on the yacht, the whole crew, to be taking shots, if she felt that the shot was spiked, you don't think everybody's was? The captain, the other stewards, all of it was. All of it. Everybody was drinking spiked shots. Everyone. That's what it's giving. Everyone was doing that, and I'm a girl. Okay? Girl. At this point, the situation escalated, and the plaintiff started to be physically assaulted by defendant Sean Combs. I'll read that again. At this point, the situation escalated, and plaintiff started to be physically assaulted by defendant F, not C, Sean Combs. He touched the plaintiff's legs, breasts, anus, and vagina. Wow. For both of them. This is why Diddy is listed as a defendant. And the lawsuit is against Christian, but Diddy is listed as a defendant. Girl, this is crazy. She said that he touched all her body parts, and I'm a girl. He also tried to kiss her neck and proceeded to kiss her neck, face, and hands. This is Diddy. Wow. The timeline at this point is very blurry and vague to plaintiff, as she does not recall exactly what happened to her due to the effects of the spiked tequila shots. So she don't know what happened to her. But a woman knows her body. I mean, everyone knows their body. I'm not even going to say a woman. A man knows his body. A woman knows her body. So if you feel like, things are spiked and whatnot, if you wake up feeling like something happened, it did. Because if you wake up and feeling like nothing happened, then nothing happened. Because you know your body. If the last thing you remember is two men touching you in unwanted ways, if you wake up nude or half dressed, anything like that, you know your body. And if you feel like something happened, it did. The part that's scary is that you don't remember. That's what's scary. It's like, what happened to me and who did it? Like, what? What happened to me? Who? Was it him? Was it him? Was it him? Was it him? Like, what happened? Yeah. So she said, things are murky, blurry still. As far as she knows, she can't recall what happened to her due to the spiked drinks. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm gonna read that again. The timeline at this point is very blurry and vague to the plaintiff, as she does not recall exactly what happened to her due to the effects of spiked tequila shots. Luckily for plaintiff, due to defendant Sean Combs' insistence on Mr. Jones recording everything, Mr. Jones had an audio recording of defendant Christian Combs ugging an plaintiff. Below is the transcript of defendant Christian Combs forcing plaintiff to consume the suspected lace shots of De Leon tequila. And so in the audio, which they have, you can, from Rodney, this is what you hear in the audio with her and Christian. So it says, defendant Christian Combs, audio 1, defendant Christian Combs. Yo, it's shot o'clock, is what Christian said. The plaintiff, which is her, Grace, she says, no, I'm not doing shots, Christian. Defendant Christian Combs says, everybody, we got to take a shot. In the audio 2, it says plaintiff, which is Grace, I'll just put the ledge. Defendant Christian Combs says, no, take the whole thing. So she was saying, look at here, I'll just take a little bit. I'll just take a little bit off the ledge and I'm a girl. And he like, nah, take the whole thing. Plaintiff says, no, you will take it all. Sorry, you will take it as well. Christian says, take the whole shot. Plaintiff, Grace, I'm only doing it as long as you take it as well. So she said, look at here. If I'm going to be drugged, you going to be too. Okay? Both of us going to be over here. And I'm a girl. Look at here. The only way I'll take it is if you do too. Show me it's safe to drink by you drinking one as well. Okay? But what she didn't realize, he was already messed up. So he probably was already drinking it. So probably no big deal to him. To take a shot like wow. He's probably built stamina to it over a while. He probably has an immunity to this stuff as long as he's been doing it. Defendant Christian Combs says, I ain't going to lie. I'm not taking nothing. Then he says, please take the shot. This is all on audio. So why you not taking nothing? But she is. It's giving that it was spiked. So you didn't want none. But you gonna take it, is what it's giving. Mm-hmm. She says, plaintiff, Grace, she says, are you drugging me? Question mark. Defendant Christian Combs does not deny it and says this, take the shot. Hey, yo, play another beat one more time because now That's crazy. So this is all on audio. This can all be heard. Okay, this isn't hearsay. They have audio proof of everything that's being said. Okay, he did not deny getting her. He did not. 59 says, below is a transcript of defendant Christian Combs' actual of the plaintiff. Okay. So let's get into this. It says, Cassie, Me and You featuring P. Diddy and Young Jock song playing in the background. Plaintiff, this is not an offer, Grace is saying. This is not an offer. Christian says, you said what? Plaintiff says, I can't. I'm swapping out. I can't do it. I'm sorry, darling. Christian says, nah, we need you. Grace says, I'm going to stop. Stop. I have to go. I have to go. Honestly, I'm like already losing sleep. I have to go now. Christian says, you're the best one on this ship, though. Grace says, what you mean? I'm the best, me, for real? You really think that? I do be doing my thing, though. Can you put that in writing? I am the best, though. I really am, though. Like, I fuck with that. You right. You is. You right, though. And I'm like, can you tell my boss that? So, gays. So that's what she said. Look, that's what it said, and I'm a girl. He says, you're the best one on the ship, though. What you mean? I mean, I do what I could do, but I'm tired. I'm leaving. You drugged me. Like, I gotta go. I want to sleep this out. And I'm a girl. Because she was like, what you mean? What? I hear you. Can you say that again? So, and I'm a girl. But that's what it says. I'm just telling y'all what it says. Whatever. Christian says, who's going to replace you? Plaintiff said, who's going to replace me? Christian said, F that. This going to be trash, though. You feel me? She says, Grace says, excuse me? You don't touch my legs like that. I'll move my legs where I want to. And then she also says, if I want to do this, then I will. You don't touch my legs like that. Ooh. Christian, stop touching her. Oh my God. And then Christian said, listen, you and everybody in the crew, it's great. Plaintiff says, Grace, I can't. I have to go down. I have to go down. Then Christian says, no, yo, tell me, listen. And then she says, what? Grace says, what? And then Christian says, like, say you're just vibing with me the whole time. Grace says, I can't. I promise you. I wish I could, but I can't unless I say that you guys requested me. Christian says, yes. Who can I talk to right now? Who can I talk to? I'm going to say I requested you right now. Plaintiff Grace says, well, you can take your hand off my arse for the first thing. So she said, look here, take your hands off my ass. Get your hands off my ass. And I'm a girl. Like, what is you touching me for? Because it gives like he like, you know, like all up on her, like, hey, you know, who I need to talk to, you know what I'm saying? Touching her, you know, back and, you know, legs and butt and all that, like, who I need to talk to keep you down here with me, you know, type of situation. And she like, stop touching me. Like, you don't need to touch my leg. You don't need to touch my butt. You don't need to do any of that. If you want me to kick it down here, you're not giving you want to kick it. You giving you want to do something else. Like, boy, chill. Okay, so you can take it. Okay. So, well, you could take your hand off my arse for the first thing. According to the plaintiff, she said she would have to be requested because she knew anyone of authority who would approve the request was sleep. Oh, okay. So she said she was telling him to request her because anybody that could say yes was asleep. Now, girl, Grace, was they asleep or were they drugged? See, you didn't even think about that. I got your back. Was they sleep or was they drugged? Girl. What that were? What that were? Was they sleep on their own because they was tired? Or did them De Leon shots do the trick? Girl. That's just what that were. I just want to know. Because she said they was asleep. Were they really asleep? Or were they like, because she was basically losing consciousness, like she said, as she was having this conversation, at that point, she was already, tripping because of the shots that he had basically forced her to take. Defendant Christian Combs would not be able to contact them, and the plaintiff could then leave. After being in the recording studio, plaintiff attempted to resume her duties that night. She made her way to the pantry, where she met another steward who was assigned to take over the shift. Her colleague recognized the plaintiff was visibly intoxicated, in shock, and trying to finish the shift. Shortly after returning to the pantry, defendant Christian Combs called for plaintiff. He went looking for her and demanded that she find him a place to sleep on the yacht. At such a late hour of the night, there was no spare cabins for defendant Christian Combs to stay in. Despite this, he refused to go back to shore. The most acceptable place for him to sleep that night was in the cinema. Plaintiff directed him to the cinema, which was commonly used as an extra sleeping area. The cinema has one door to exit and enter. Plaintiff entered the room and defendant Christian Combs blocked her from exiting. Plaintiff retreated to a corner in the room and defendant Christian Combs became physical and extremely aggressive. He cornered the plaintiff and started to grip her. Plaintiff pushed him back constantly. Defendant Christian Combs then took off all of his clothes. His peen was erect, and he grabbed her arms and was trying to force plaintiff to perform oral on him. The plaintiff began fighting defendant Christian Combs, and not long after, her partner on board entered the cinema. This startled Christian Combs, and the plaintiff was finally able to leave. Wow. Wow. Crazy. Poor girl. You poor thing. To be like harassed like that, like I can imagine. That sounds like a nightmare. It really does. That sounds like a nightmare. 100%. No, Diddy and J-Lo weren't dating, because if J-Lo and Diddy were dating, why she ain't beat Kim Porter ass? Ain't she Jenny from the block? Why she ain't going there and thump Kim Porter? They clearly didn't like each other. Kim Porter talked mad about Jennifer Lopez because Jennifer Lopez was throwing shade at her and talking about her. She just didn't do it publicly. But Kim wasn't no punk. So Kim was just like, girl, look at here. He fell for a fat butt and a smile. Like, girl, please. Just a big butt and a smile, girl. So yeah, no, they weren't dating, girl. Because she would have, for real to persuade you, she would have threw them things. She would have threw them things. I would have. in the early 2000s. If I was Jennifer Lopez, all that Kim was talking, yeah, she would have got thumped. If I would have seen her at a red carpet or something like that, yeah, a shoe may have been thrown. You never know. A drink may have been thrown in her direction. You never know. But something would have happened. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I would not have let. No. But this was crazy. Poor thing. Wow. So there is a witness. She did say that, another person came in that was working and got her out of there, pretty much. The plaintiff's partner became concerned and went looking for the plaintiff after she had not returned to her room after her shift had ended. The morning after, plaintiff complained to the yacht's captain, Captain Petar Milkov. Captain Milkov berated the plaintiff. He lacked compassion or concern, failed to investigate, and insisted the plaintiff was probably voluntarily partying with the guest. She was not. Captain Milkov added insult to injury by assigning plaintiff to work in front of the house, which required personally serving defendant Christian Combs while they were on the yacht. Plaintiff was not provided an option to be isolated or have to serve defense. That is so up. Wow. That is so messed up. So messed up. And then he forced her as a punishment, because I'm sure Diddy was paying good money. So girl, I think I broke my toe. Legit. Yeah, so that is messed up. Wow. Poor thing. Wow. Crazy. Forced the girl to work with him too. Plaintiff was 25 years old at the time of the attack. So when this happened to Grace, she was 25. She was 25. Yeah, I had an incident earlier, y'all, before I came live. Yeah, I think I broke my toe. I think it's broken because my foot is swollen and my foot is on fire. It is on fire. I think it's broken. Yeah. So anyways, so let's keep going. So yeah, she was 25. Based on information and belief, defendant Sean Combs' employees, including his mule, Brendan Paul, his chief of staff, Christina, and his second in line, Frankie, learned of what occurred and informed defendant Sean Combs. Shortly after, Captain Milkov received a generous tip from Sean Combs in order to keep Captain Milkov quiet and keep him from protecting plaintiff or taking action on her behalf. So Diddy sent a big tip. Wow. Diddy sent, once Christina had found out about the complaint, a big tip was sent over to Captain Milkov so that he wouldn't say anything about what occurred. Now, mind you, yeah, a bribe, correct. Mind you, they're in international waters and stuff like that. So it's different rules. It's different rules there. Okay. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Crazy. Sent the generous tip come in order to keep the captain quiet. Okay. Only a few members of the ship's staff were required to write statements. Plaintiff and her partner were the only two staff members not interviewed and asked not to write a statement. Wow. That's craziness. So what was the point of anybody writing a statement if the person it happened to wasn't? What the? What was the point of anybody else writing statements? It didn't happen to them, it happened to her. And then the witness was not allowed to When do we start this live? Okay. Shout out to Livemore. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for the Cash App. Thank you so much. I love you, Livemore. Shout out to Rosalind as well. Shout out to Rosalind. I love you. Shout out to I'm just gonna say Miss Diaz. I'm just gonna say Miss Diaz. Thank you so much, Rosalind, Miss Diaz. Thank you. And shout out to my baby Shayna. Thank you so much as well for the Cash App. You all are so sweet. Thank you. You're so kind. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I know my foot is in pain. It is, but well, I'm used to being in pain. Like, when I hurt myself, it's just like if I don't have to go in, I don't. I can still walk. So as long as I can still walk, I'm not going nowhere. Maybe tomorrow. I put a little ice on it or something. Take ibuprofen, I'll be all right. And I'm a girl, but I definitely think it's broken though because I can't like move it. Like everything moves but the toe. So yeah, no, Jeff, I'm not going to the ER. It's expensive. I have insurance, like whatever. I'll go tomorrow. If it still feels the same way tomorrow, then I'll go. Yes, with that older man, kissing that older man. You talking about that on the beach? The like 70-year-old man. Yeah, I saw that. We're gonna talk about that too. That's gonna come up too. We're gonna talk about that too. You said, Denise Hope says, drink some ginger ale. Okay, sweetie. Okay, y'all, look at y'all all worried. Island, I'm fine. Don't get me wrong. It does hurt. It really does. But I feel like if you just ignore it, then you'll build like a tolerance for it. And then it like won't hurt as bad. Right? I wish I could show y'all. Like it definitely is like super swollen. It is. And yeah. So yeah. But no, Alicia, I'm not going to the ER. Okay, JB, I'll soak it. This is why I don't like to tell y'all nothing because y'all be getting all worried and stuff. I'm a man. I'm fine. I'm not that gay. Oh my goodness. Jeanette, I'm fine. I will, Tasha, I promise I'll put some ice on it. 2, I'm not going to Peaches. Miss T, okay, Tasha. Okay, I'll wrap it up. Tonya, look, trying to confuse her. So, right. And I'm a girl. Yes, I'm trying. You think the pain away. It hurts, but I don't know. Like, whatever. It's nothing ibuprofen, like, can't, Baby Shay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I was limping. That's how I knew it was something wrong because I went to go run because I had to go run and grab something in my car. And my body was like, no, it absolutely no. Was it the cat? Kind of, but no. Kind of, but no. No, it wasn't the cat. But yeah, like when you stub your toe, it's kind of a situation like that. I kind of like stubbed it because of the cat. The cat's gone. We got it out of here. I stubbed it because of that, but I think it's like because I hit it really hard, like. Yeah. But it'll be all right. It'll be fine. Because you know how when you stub your toe, that pain that you feel, and it's just like, and then the pain kind of subsides, and then you're fine. But then sometimes it doesn't subside, and it's like something's wrong. That's kind of like where we are right now. It's like it's not subsiding; it's getting worse. But I'll be all right. Yeah, live more. Absolutely, sweetheart. Yeah, definitely. I know you ain't talking about hard-headed. Do you want to do this? And I'm a girl. Do you really want to do this, baby Shay? Do you really want to do this? And I'm a girl. Moxie says, then you need to get it checked out. Okay. I'll go tomorrow. I'm just not doing it tonight. I'm just not doing that tonight. And it's my driving foot. So it's just like, foot, get over it. Get your fucking shit together. Okay? That's how I'm feeling. It's just like, get it together. Like, right away. Okay, y'all. Oh my. It's all these damn concerned women. Okay? Yes. I have amazing insurance. Girl, you see these prices? Yeah. We got all of the insurances, girl. Health, dental, girl, we got it all, girl. I'm spoiled with the insurance, sweetie. No, Adina. Oh my god, y'all are worry horses. Worry horses. Okay. Shout out to Bianca. She says P. Diddy need to be locked up and with the nature hoe. Periods. Thank you so much for the super sticker, sweetie. Thank you, Miss Callie Coco. She says hit the like button, hair flip, period. Love you, sweetheart. Shout out to Gina for becoming a member. I love you, Gina. Thank you for being a member. Shout out to my baby Scorpion Vibes. I love Scorpion Vibes. She says, hi, shout out. Love you. I love you too. She says hit the like. Absolutely. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Shout out to my boy COG for becoming a member. Shout out to COG. We love COG over here. Yes, we do. So get a check. Ooh. No. That's T-Rock. Be nice. Be nice. I know. Okay, look. Okay, y'all. Where I shouldn't have said nothing, but it was kind of like I didn't have a choice because it felt like my foot was going to sleep. And I went to like move it because I thought my foot was falling asleep, but it wasn't. It's just like in like severe pain. It's like, what's going on with it? And so, yeah, I should probably, I'll probably go get a look at that. Shout out to Tanya. I love you, sweetheart. But like, I don't want them to like put no cast or nothing. I'm not getting no cast or nothing. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No. Now they can put a little wrap on it. That's fine. But I'm not. I'm just not doing it like growth. It don't go with none of my outfits. I don't have any outfits that go with cast. I just don't. So I'm not getting no boot peaches. I'm not getting no boots. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. Okay, I'll be in there like Big Mama from Soul Food. Take my leg. Big Mama said, y'all not taking my leg. And I'm a girl. Yeah, okay, Teresa, I could do a little toast splint. I could do that. I could do. Oh, y'all want to sign my cast? I would love that. Now I could do a little bit of that as long as it comes out, but I'm not doing no cast or anything like that. I done been there, done it, like crap. I'm not doing that. Okay. So I love you guys. I will get out of here because y'all telling me to. I was gonna finish reading this, but y'all like, go check on yourself. I'm fine. Rub some dirt in it. It's like I'm a man, it's like rub some dirt in it, So yeah, so I love you guys. So I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully. Lord, y'all got Pam texting me. Lord, here go Pam. Pam talk about some get to the doctor. Shout out to Reshape Your Reality. Love you, Pam. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to go to the doctor and get that looked at. And I'm a girl. So yeah, so I love you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. All right. Until the next show. I love you guys. Oh my God. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, all the good stuff. We'll finish reading the lawsuit on the next one, and I'll give you an update on what else is going on with Diddy. Okay, all right. Christian Combs, Justin Combs, all that good stuff. Until the next show.